So, we have a wonderful talk about unexpected consequences by Eemeli R.O. Give it up.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to tell you a story of intended consequences and plural forms. I work in Helsinki, Finland, for Vincit, a consulting company. Through them for a number of different clients, and they sponsor me to do quite a bit of open source development. And one of the things I like to do, which is weird, I know, is localization stuff, which is way more important for us. I mean, Finland is a country of half the population of Ohio, and we're the only people in the world who speak Finnish. So, you know, we need to have interfaces and other things that speak other languages as well. This is one such example of a talk in a series of many talks. Notice, one talk, many talks, plurals, plurals. In English, you can think that they're kind of simple, but really, I mean, how do you express them? What if they're variables that you got coming in? And there, really, the generic answer at the moment to use is ICU message format. Hands up if anyone's here has heard of it. That's like 1 or 2 hands. Yay, I think. But yeah. I've written message format, the JavaScript implementation of this library, hence kind of liking it. And what you've got there are numbers coming in, variables. Then you do a selector of some sort. This one is an example of a plural selector that is then matching a number, unread coming in. And if it's exactly equal to 0, we match this one message, 1, this other message, and this other message where you get the number hash there for the unread count. This is cool. There's another cool thing with Project Fluent. Anyone heard of that? 1, maybe 2 hands. Cool. This is Mozilla's project for doing a thing very much like ICU message format, but with a different syntax. And they've gotten a little bit different with the syntax, and they've combined the plural selector and other selectors into just this one unread counter. And there you have numbers coming in. Oh. But you can do complicated things with numbers. You can assign minimum fraction digits to them. Because, it's 1.0 points. It's not 1.0 point, it's 1.0 points. And it's English plural's complicated. So it kind of goes on from there. And now a pop quiz. How many plural forms are there in English? Too many, correct. Any other numbers? 14 is too many. 6 is right. Because everyone forgets that these are the old slides, never mind. I've given this one before. Ordinal plurals is what everyone forgets about. Third, fourth, first. It gets really complicated in English. It's really good because if I give examples, I don't actually have to go into any other languages next to English in order to get all of the corner cases. And in ICU message format, you can handle these with this select ordinal selector that you work with. And then, you get all these cases and so on. So, I see this and I start playing around with Project Fluent. How do you do it in Project Fluent? Nominally, it didn't support it at all. So, what do? I go in and try and play around, and I found out that this works. You can plug in a number as a function, like you had previously, and then just give it a type ordinal coming in. Oh, wow. And then it works. And then I'm kind of like, hey, hang on, how does that work? Because this is the mental model I had of what's happening here. You have a number, and then you give it some arguments, options, and then, you get a formatting number out of it. And type ordinal, that doesn't matter for this one. It doesn't matter. So what's really happening underneath the scenes is that when you're calling a number, what you get out of it is a fluent number class object type of thing that has it does complicated things. Key point is that the options get stored there. So when the selector thing is happening, it's matching that, everything, and then it's getting the options from the fluent number, and it's using these to feed into the incl.plural rules object that you see there. The options go in there, and if you just plug in no options for 42, you get the category other. But when you plug in the type ordinal, those options get passed through the plural rules object, and it comes out as 2. It's 42nd. That was really, I think, quite cool. Then I thought, hang on, why did that work? Why did that not fail? How can that actually work? Because that's not an option that you can pass to a number format. Ah, it works. Because when you actually go and read the JavaScript specification, it says that a conforming implementation is permitted to provide properties not described in this specification and values for those properties for objects that are described in this specification. Why does it do that? It's because this is managed by ECMA 402, the sort of more boring cousin to ECMA 232, which defines JavaScript. ECMA 402 just defines the Intel object, which means that ECMA 402 meets in a video meetup once a month for 2 hours, and we chat about things that are upcoming into the argument spec. And 2 years ago, I was involved in there because I like to hang out in ECMA 402 and participate as a library developer. I think I'm the only one. And I fixed it. I was there. I said that this should work this way. You should not fail. It should just work. So it does. And that's how I added ordinal plural support to Mozilla's Fluent project by preemptively fixing the JavaScript Intel specification. Thank you.
Awesome, good job. God, ECMA 402, what a drag.